All right, good morning, everyone. So I'm either really early or really late. Well, today is, of course, acupuncture appointment and hair appointment. But I always want to jump in with you guys no matter how long we're going to be on here, whether it's just going to be for 20 minutes, half an hour to sometimes there was that one time we were on here for like 2 or 3 hours. That was some craziness. Oh, Victoria Agrios, hello. So just waiting for some more peeps to come in. I'm going to be on here very briefly today, but I do want to show off a few decks that I picked up. I know that I was like, you know, I'm kind of on a deck hold. Like I'm not actively like, oh, like I'm gonna buy every deck that's on my wish list kind of thing. But there were a couple of decks. Hey, New Age Lunatic, what's up? There were a couple of decks that I just they were like going out of stock, and I got it right. Yes. Thank you. Cosmic Creeper's here too. Oh, it's my cat girl for life. And how's Zuri? Wally's actually asleep on the bed. Um, well, actually, let's jump right into it since I'm not going to be on here very long. Um, it was like craziness. I was trying to get things ready for, so that I'd be ready to go by maybe 9 a.m., just after 9 a.m. And it was like everything was Zuri's on the bed also. Oh, cleaning. Well, weekends are good cleaning days. I'm probably actually going to be cleaning up the house later today. I mean, it's not trash or anything, but your basic cleaning, sweeping the floor, all that good stuff. Oh, do want to show off. I got a couple of MIDI rings. I've never gotten MIDI rings before. It kind of feels like my rings are falling off. You know that feeling where your ring is like down here, it's getting ready to fall off your finger. So, I mean, it's kind of cool. They look cool, but I've never actually worn a little MIDI ring before. But I got a pack of 12 of them over at Cost Plus World Market here in San Diego, and it's a little it's kind of a big store, I guess, at the mall, and it's where I go and pick up my Republic of Tea teas if I'm not buying online. And I was out of green tea, so I needed more matcha green tea. Yay! And while I was there, I noticed that they had a huge sale section on their jewelry, and it was like $6 for 12 like MIDI rings. So I was like, okay, I'll get some of that. But okay, so jumping into some things that I got. First, I want to show off a book that I picked up. Christina's here. What's up? um, and it is the Create Your Life book. And this is the same artist, I believe, as. Hold on. Make sure I'm. Okay. Different artist, but almost same kind of concept. I was looking at one of my decks. I thought it would be the same artist, and it was a different artist. But I saw this on Amazon, and it was like pretty good price. And it's an art book, and I don't know when's the last time I bought an art book. Like the last time I probably got one was like in middle school, and I used to have tons of art supplies. Like everybody just always knew, oh, Green Owl's here. Hey. Everybody always knew that for my birthday or Christmas to just get me art supplies. So I had like 5 or 6 of those like 100 crown like caddies. I had the spin caddy. I had like the art briefcase that comes with like the little watercolors um, and like the color pencils and markers and things like that. And I don't know, all that kind of went by the wayside. Like I said in one of my videos where I graduated college, got a job, and I don't know, all my artsy side of me kind of went away. I mean, I kept some of it where I still love sewing, except now I'm out of sewing machine, so I have got to do all my sewing by hand. It takes a little bit longer, but and I still like doing my crafty stuff. I like making jewelry. I like making purses and just like making stuff, especially when it comes around, around the holidays and birthdays and things like that. And, I like making my little salves and everything, which by the way, I finally got the little teeny containers, so I will be making a batch of salves, and I'm going to figure out what kind of label I want to put on it, and I will be offering them in my shop. So I'm really excited about that. I'm finally going to offer my healing salves. Yay! But I really want to get back to my art. And with Ethany's 31 Days of Tarot, where we got to, I think one of the days was like paint, draw, or sketch your favorite tarot card. And that really put me out of my comfort zone because I really don't like people watching me while I like do something. I'd rather like do it up, make it so it's acceptable to me, and then I show people. So it's like, you know, if I'm sewing something or I'm creating a necklace or earrings or bracelets or whatever, it's like I'll make it perfect and then I show people. I'm like, oh, look what I made, you know, but I don't like people just watching me create. And so that was out of my comfort zone. Usually if I'm drawing, which I haven't sketched or draw in quite some time, I like reference pictures so I can kind of go off that for, you know, ideas, but all that was out of my head, which I haven't done since elementary school. And so that got me into thinking I need to start bringing art back into my life because I really like art. So anyway, this Create Your Life book, I'm actually gonna put off doing some of these projects till maybe spring break, which is end of March, beginning of April for the school I work at. Because they're large involved projects, but I think they're going to be really good. Like the very first one is called Zen Butterfly, and it takes you step by step and like what tools you can use. So I might, you know, go on Amazon and get some, maybe some cheap art supplies to be able to create something like this with paints and acrylics or acrylic paints and, you know, cutouts and markers. And I think that'd be really nice. And the whole point is, you know, at the very end, you have like a collection of all these different art pieces. So Valcoria says, so many of us lose our artsy side, but once we get those jobs and stuff, it's so sad. I know. I'm like, I don't want to lose the artsy side of me because that's the big kid side of me, and I am a big kid, and like I want to bring her back. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. You know, these aren't just projects that I think you know, you just do in an hour. They're actually really involved, putting your time and energy and love into it, which is really what I'm looking forward to. And then at the very end, you get to create this little art book. Let's see. You know, you put all, it tells you how to put all the pages together so you don't ruin all your pieces of art. Yeah, and then you have that beautiful notebook just full of all of your creations. And I guess you could go online and work with the artist here, which is Tamara Laporte, or Laporte, and she does like a 300 or no, not 365. It's a one art project a week thing that she does with her students, and so they create a whole like life book for the entire year, so it's every week of the year, and then they put that whole thing together. So this is kind of a condensed version of some of the more fun projects that they do. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing this, but I'm not really going to dive into it till probably March, but I just felt like I really need the book now so that I can keep flipping through it and keep, you know, getting those creative juices going, so that's like I can't wait to start making those projects. Okay, just my little reminder there, reminding me that I got acupuncture at 10. I know. Okay, so I picked up some decks too, and one of them is the Love Your Inner Goddess Oracle cards, and one of my hairs got stuck in there, by Alana Fairchild. And so this was like a recommendation for this deck, although it's not the same artist, but I thought, hey, you know, it's pretty cool. And I had put off, let's see, Green Owl says she bounces her spreadsheet job with drawing daily, all about the duality. It is all about balance, and I think I've been pretty good about balancing by doing stuff that I enjoy that's like crafty, and like making my teas and making salves and things like that, but I just haven't drawn, and that was my main outlet for creativity. So New Age Lunatic likes the mixed media. Lacoria says the drawing on the Love Your Inner Goddess box looks a lot like me. Oh, thank you. So I put off getting this deck because, you know, I saw people they were getting it. I would see it in stores, and I was like, it's not, the art's not my style. As much as I love Alana Fairchild and I have, her decks and things like that, I was like, I don't know if that's the deck that I want to get. And then I saw Jennifer Ball. She had tried to get the deck but accidentally purchased the book that went, there's like a book with CDs and things like that, and she was really happy with it. And I ended up seeing this deck at Barnes and Noble, and I passed on it, and then I went home and I looked online on Amazon, and then all of a sudden I was like, something was like, just get the deck, even though I'm not in like a deck buying mode right now. Here's the backings. And so I did one of the spreads that comes with the book. There's a little guidebook with this, and I almost cried. It was so spot on for everything that was going on, and I've been just like connecting with these cards ever since. So I mean, the energy of the cards, the messages, and I really, this is one where I'm really using the guidebook that comes with it, where normally I look at things and I go off of my intuition, and I can with these, but it just seems like what's written in the guidebook is like really spot on for questions and things that I fear, and it's really like introspective, like looking inwards. Oh, Veronica Judas here. The Etsy artist who has two beautiful oracle decks. Yeah, there is a oh gosh, I remember seeing on Etsy an artist that kind of looks like this. I mean, like the style. So yeah, so that it's currently missing a card because that card is on my nightstand right now, and I've been doing my daily draws with this, and then at night, I put whatever my daily draw card was back in the deck, and I do a reading for myself before meditation. And yeah, it's been really helpful because I've been going through some stuff, and so I've been really digging that. Okay. When I was at Barnes and Noble, they were having a sale, and then there was like a membership sale, and I ended up picking up these angel reading cards. And normally I'm not a huge fan of the like taking photos, uberly photoshopping them. Does this deck lean more towards fairy? This one, no, it's all kinds of angels. It's very ethereal though, and although typically this would not be my style with, this being an actual photograph and then super photoshopped and imagery and all that, I don't know, for some reason I really like it. Like, I really dig it, and I like the messages. And this one I don't really use the guidebook for. I use it more intuitively. And I always think that's funny that I'm not like a huge Photoshop, Oracle deck, tarot card type person, yet I use Photoshop for my creations and my photography and things like that. And that's what I'm going to be using when I create my Wally deck, which that is going to be a thing. That's, I already have that in my mind that I'm going to be making my Wally deck this year. It's really pretty, and it's just, normally not my style, but I have been loving it. So I guess you never know. I love this one, the Parking Angel. And then there was, oh, did I already come across it? There was one that showed up on, I think it was Thursday. My Thursday, because I pulled one of these for just a daily draw too to go along with my other deck. And here it is. It was the Angel of Detoxification, and I was like, what do I need to detox? I was like, okay. So I put that card on my nightstand, and I was like, because I eat pretty healthily, and I take really good care of myself, and it's not like I'm in a toxic environment. I mean, the school mood right now might be toxic, but I was like, but I don't think, I'm putting any toxins into my body. And then that day at school, it was during third period, and I went to walk over to one side of the classroom to go help a group of boys with an assignment that I had them do, and it smelled like gasoline, like really bad, like gasoline or diesel car exhaust. Like just it smelled really bad, and the kids were like, what's that smell? You know, and I'm like, and I'm smelling all around the room, and it was mostly concentrated under the vent that was above us. And so I was gonna call the front desk or email, but nobody's ever at their desk. So I told one of the boys, I said, hey, you're fast. I need you to go run up to the second floor, the third floor where the office is, because we're in the dungeon, we're in the basement. And I'm like, you need to tell them we're smelling gasoline in the classroom and that's not okay. And he's like, okay. So he runs off. And at the same time, I'm trying to send an email, I'm trying to make phone calls. I'm like, hey, something's really wrong here. And this isn't the first time that's happened. There's been a couple of like weird smells that have come to the classroom that have made the kids start to feel kind of dizzy. It started making me feel sick. I was kind of nauseous the whole rest of the day. I started losing my voice while I was talking, teaching. And I was like, what's going on? And of course the facilities manager always comes in. She can never smell anything. She's like, I don't smell anything. It smells like paint. Maybe some of the girls have been doing their fingernails in here. I'm like, the girls are not painting their nails in my classroom. Like, and she's like, I don't know. Maybe we'll just air out your classroom and we'll crank up the AC. So that's what they did, and that's how they fixed my gasoline smell. And she said, well, they were working on the AC and heating units, and so my boyfriend was thinking they probably used a petroleum-based product, and when they shot it through, my vent's probably like the first vent that gets hit, before the rest of the school, which I don't know. But I'm like, why does my classroom always smell and make me dizzy and give me a sore throat? I said, I swear my classroom is gonna kill me. And I have one of the biggest classrooms in the school, the envy of the whole school, albeit I'm underground without windows. But yeah, I'm like, it's ugh. Which brings me to my next point. So I've been feeling this call to really, really like push my, my business, Kittens, Weights, and Tarot. And because I have fun doing my YouTube videos. I have fun doing my readings. I like helping people and all that. And this is when I'm happiest, and this is the side of me that's also the most creative, where I get to think of new ideas for videos, new ideas to create things and put into my shop. Like, I love making and creating and working with people and, talking to you guys, doing live chats. The people I've gotten to connect with over social media. And it's like, it's such a big part of me, and I really like it, and that's the happiest part of me. And and then another happy part of me is when I do my other things, like I go off and do coaching, which right now we're in preseason, and track season's coming up in February. I love doing my photography when I get hired to do photo shoots, and well, we're not quite in opera season anymore, but I will be hired for next season, and I love singing opera. And it seems like the one thing where I've lost my spark, so to speak, and just not really happy to do it anymore is my teaching. And it has really nothing to do with my students. I don't know, you ever feel like your heart's not there anymore, and like, I don't know. I don't really know how to describe it, and and I don't want people to think, oh, like you must hate kids or something. Like, it's not them. I would like teach and hang out with kids all day long, but well, maybe not all day long. But what I'm meant to teach them, and like what we're supposed to be giving them, and like all the hoops that we're I just don't believe in a lot of that anymore, because it seems so bureaucratic, and it's like, I don't think that a lot of what we're supposed to do for them is what's best for them. And then, it doesn't help with this whole like shenanigans going on with that kid and his family. And it's like, I don't know. So Vakora says she decided to change careers this year because her heart was no longer in what you were doing. Yeah, that's me. Veronica Jude is also transitioning out of a career that she loved. Yeah, it doesn't feed me anymore either, and I feel really sad about it. And Cosmic Creeper is doing something very similar. Oh my gosh, we're all like doing this together. And I feel so I've been full throttle with kittens, weights, and tarot because it feels like this is what I want to do. This is what I've been called to do in my meditations. I keep feeling this like, oh, green owl too. Hey, like, hey, we're all in this together, people. Wow, I thought I was alone. Hey, good thing I jumped in on this live chat. um, so yeah, I'm just like, I really, 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 really want, you know, this to be my main source of income, kittens, weights, and tarot. And although it is a great supplemental income, it cannot be my main income right now. So I'm like, okay, so I've been working my tail end off on like, okay, how can I, do this or that? And I'm kind of asking my boyfriend's help because he was a marketing major, business and marketing major in college. And, obviously he owns his own business right now. And he used to work for Enterprise Rent-A-Car way back in the day. I remember helping him like with his first interview when we were in college and he was graduating. And yeah, and then he branched off and he started his own company, and that's been his company since uh I think this has been his company for 13, 14 years. And he's doing really well. And so I'm like asking him advice, like, what do I do? Because I don't want to come off, I'm not a real like salesperson-y type person. I kind of suck at sales, but he was like, just, keep creating the stuff that you're doing. He says you're actually doing fairly well for like never really advertising and things like that. And I'm like, okay, but I was like, I just feel like in my heart, like this is what like I want to do. And I think he's starting to see that too. Whereas before he's like, no, 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 like you don't leave teaching. It's stable. You're going to have good retirement. He says like, just plow through it. And for, you just need to be in it for 30 years, or more, and I'm like, 30 years, like, good God. I cannot see myself being a very happy person at the end of 30 years of all that. And I've been in, this is my 10th year of teaching high school, and then I taught a couple of years of preschool before that. But yeah, I'm like, I can't, no. So I have been working really hard on doing this, and then I even begrudgingly, because he was like, oh, why don't you do like Patreon and stuff like all those other YouTubers do? And I was like ask for money? He's like, yeah. He's just like, other people do it. And I'm like, okay. So I mean, I don't know, because I'm not one to ask for money from my friends or family, so it's kind of weird to put it out there. So I did make a Patreon account, and I did make a PayPal me account, and I've just put it like in the information box of my videos. And I think I mentioned it a couple of times in the last two videos, and then I'm like, maybe I just won't mention it anymore because I feel really weird asking. So I was like, if people maybe look at the information box and they want to go there, that's fine. But that's just like one part of like one thing that I'm trying to do to just like get my little business off the ground and really like push it forward. I was like, I really need to do this. And so I have not been sitting on my backside. Well, I'm sitting on my backside right now, but I'm doing something. So yeah, so that's been the big thing, you guys, lately is I'm like, if I have to do another school year, I'm gonna be very sad. Okay, hold on. So some people came in. New Age Lunatic says she does Patreon for a few people. One of them is your sole source of income. It's a good creative outlet. But Cora said, do you ever feel like no one was ever going to buy anything from you? Cosmic Creeper, yeah, people often suggest that still go for making it. It's not forceful. People enjoy supporting businesses and people that enjoy the community. So, yeah, when I first put I first made a YouTube channel. I had also done like my Etsy shop, and it was I mean, like nobody knows me. And I was like, and who's gonna watch my channel except friends or family? So I was like, oh well, like I'll just put it out there and we'll see what happens. And and this was July of 2015. And I set it up, and I mean, I had already been doing like tarot, like outside, like with friends, family, and like every now and then strangers I came across. I do little readings and make a little something here and there. And I just was like, oh well, whatever. And then I made a couple of sales in my shop, and like now I'm making a few sales each month in my shop, and I'm like, oh, like Like this has been really, really awesome, and been getting so much support, and like my YouTube channel, like I can't even believe I'm almost at like 700 subscribers. If I think I'm almost at 700, and I'm just like, what? And I'm like, maybe I can do this. And then there's a festival coming up. It's a like a home and garden show, but people sell like it's like kind of woo woo too, and it's gonna be at our local community college, but that's in the spring. And so my boyfriend's like, it's only $30 to have a booth there. Like, why don't you put your kittens, weights, and tarot there? And he says, sell your salves and your sprays and your bracelets, and and if people are interested, let them know that you also do tarot readings. And I was like, I'm gonna do that. So yeah, I am on the go-getter train right now. Cosmic Cooper says, or no, wait, Valcoria said, my biggest fear with starting YouTube again is no one will ever watch it, and I don't know how to market myself. And then Cheeky was responding. So, I don't know. When I started the YouTube, it was more because I love videos. I love YouTube. Oh, hold on. Look at the time. Oh my gosh, I gotta go, you guys. Okay, but yeah, I love making videos, and it's what I've done since I was a kid when I had the huge like VHS like video recorder. Like I've just done it for fun. And so the fact when I first got like 20 subscribers that were not friends and family, I was like, whoa, 20 people want to watch me. So it just, you just, I would say do it because you want to do it. And it makes you feel good, and it's a creative outlet, and it's like, screw it if people want to watch you or not. It's like, don't even worry about that. Maybe you want to invite a friend or two over and say, hey, do you want to watch my channel? And maybe they will, maybe they won't, but you're just doing it because you like it, and genuinely, and I'm serious, like genuinely, this is why I do. I love making videos, and I can't wait for once 31 days of tarot are over, I already have all these ideas of like actually making like funnier videos and making them kind of quirky, like even like little maybe episodes of stuff, and it's like stuff I've really wanted to do. Like this is 10-year-old me, maybe 9-year-old me talking right now, and she is so stoked. She's like, oh my god, like we've been wanting to do this since like the 80s. So anyway, I hate to run. Actually, no, I like running. But no, I hate ditching you guys. So I have to go because acupuncture is at 10 a.m. and it is 9 something. So actually it's almost 10. So I will catch you guys later, and maybe I don't know, maybe I'll try to jump in tonight, maybe do a night chat or something. But yeah, I will catch you spiritual homies later. Thank you so much for, this was really brief, and I just like threw a bunch on you guys of like, oh my god, I'm feeling like changing my whole life. And now I'm off to acupuncture. And I'm probably gonna have a good chat with Dr. Wang, because she's a really good friend. I consider her my other mom, and I think I really want to talk to her, because I'm serious. Like I need to switch careers now, and I just feel like I need to do that. So anywho, I thank you guys who came in, and this was wonderful, and I'm really glad I did it is for a shorter time as I was on, because it made me feel less alone. I kind of felt like I'm alone in this, like, I want to switch careers, and I feel like a bad person because I want to leave teaching, and everybody's like, who you want to leave teaching kids? And nobody's actually ever said that, but I think this is what's going on in my mind. So but anyway, thank you guys for all your support. Thank you for coming in, and actually you helped me out a lot today. So I'm wishing you guys all a lovely Saturday, and it's gloomy outside, but that's great because maybe it'll rain and my garden needs it. So I'll catch you spiritual homies later. Thanks again. See ya.